Okay, we switched the colors. They've got the right colors for once. We're just waiting for one of our players to get started. So, this player that's come in now for mGG is going to need to, well, he's going to need to win 3 games in a row. It's much like the situation last night between IVN and TCP, where Tragic Hero came out to try and bring it back for TCP, and we'll see if this player is going to be able to do it this time. What we'll do is we'll do an epic intro for this, so just give me a second. There you go. You can't see who it is unless you already know who it is, in which case I hate you all. And we'll do the epic intro in just a second. Alright, so game number 7 now starting up in this best of 9. As we said, this player coming out for mGG will need to actually win 3 in a row to bring back the win here for mGG, or will his opponent, who has been doing a really good job, be able to secure the victory in this 7th game. And what we'll do is we'll go straight in and... Hang on, wait, I want to try and wait for the chat to disappear so we can do the epic intro properly. Wait for it, wait for it. Okay, cool, alright. Starting down at the bottom right hand side of Entombed Valley is our Protoss player fighting for FaDe, who has been doing a really brilliant job of bringing the score back for himself. Oh god, he's just ruined it. It is Manly. And playing for mGG, it is Probe. Alright, so that was kind of messed up because Probe spoke and I was like, damn it, man. But anyway, we've got our 2 Protoss players here. Who thinks that Probe is going to be able to do this? Post in the chat. Post in the chat if you think Probe is going to be able to do it, and then also post your favorite ice cream flavor. I'm very interested to hear the results of both of those surveys. And you know, a bit of a shout out there to mGG, shout out to FaDe as well, and then a shout out to me and Chicky. Was that Chicky? All right, whoever Chicky is. But both players standard sort of gateway timings here. Nothing too fancy like the previous game. There you go. We got some mint, we got some vanilla, strawberries with mango puree. Are you serious? I don't know what that is. Cookies and cream. There's the right answer from Light. I was waiting for that one. We needed some cookies and cream. Manly Hokey Pokey. What the hell's Hokey Pokey? Is that bubblegum flavor? I don't know. Either way, as we said, everything pretty standard for the moment. We've got a cybernetic score just on the way for both players, so they're relatively same sort of timing there. I mean, Manly is slightly behind, but that's not going to bother him too much. He actually picks up his gas very quickly here as well, just to a second gas. Both the players getting their second gas. Of course, if you're in a PvP and you see your opponent get the second gas, you know, it sort of means that you're very safe to get your own second gas, because there's very little I think you can do. Like, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. If your opponent gets a second gas and there's no real like fake out builds, perhaps two probes in gas, maybe that's a little bit of a sign of things to come here. But Manly has got 3 in both of his, so he's definitely going to be getting the maximum amount of gas coming out there, but interestingly, Probe is not going to be, so we'll see what happens with that. Got a sentry coming out first from, of course, Manly will want to try and see what this unit is. If you can keep an eye on what those first couple of units are for your opponent, then you will need to see. Who's talking about Hokey Pokey? Oh, okay. Okay, that kind of sounds really weird, but it sounds interesting. But the Probe does see that it is going to be a sentry from Probe, so you will know a little bit of the situation here. There is a Twilight Council as well, so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here, but it looks like it is going to be a 3-gate followed up by a Twilight Council is also just on the way, so I'm thinking Manly is going to stick with his Blink Stalker play as he did in the previous game. Meanwhile, his opponent with the Twilight Council up just a little bit quicker and a lower count of gates. This could be something along the lines of DTs, and I tell you what, it certainly is going to be. We've got a hidden pylon up the top left-hand side of the map from Probe, so he's going to be picking up the DT tech very soon. Of course, those of you guys playing Heart of the Swarm, you'll know that it is much easier to do this in Heart of the Swarm with the 150 costs on the Dark Shrine, which is one of the coolest things ever. But the interesting question will be, will the DT from Probe be out in time to actually get any damage done? Where will the Observer from Manly be? Because of course he's going to want to try and take his Observer with the Stalkers. I just totally forgot what they were. He's going to want to try and take the Observer with the Stalkers, but to make sure he can blink around. But interestingly, Probe has gone for that expansion now. He's got a couple of extra gates also on the way, as we can see here. We'll take him to a total of 3. He's also got Charge on the way. Very, very cool to see this. This is something which I have not seen for a huge long time, is DTs with Charge. So I'll be interested to see what's going on with that. Manly being very, very cautious right now, does not know exactly what his opponent is up to, so he's got these Stalkers on hold position on the ramp at the moment. The Observer now coming out to join up with the rest of the group of units. Dark Shrine is just about to finish up here in the top left corner, and the Proxy Pylons are going to be here. So this is going to be a big question of whether Probe actually gets like all 3 DTs warping in here, or, whoa, did he not? Whoa, there you go. Oh no, Probe, that is not good at all. Loses both the first warping DTs there. That is not cool at all. In fact, one of them survives on 4 HP. That guy is extremely lucky. And there is a second Observer. Manly is just insane right now with his safety and awareness right now. So this is going to look very, very nasty for Probe right now. He's currently sitting in a unit count of 4 Zealots and 1 Sentry. This is not looking good for him at all. He's going to have to block up that ramp. The Probes have been sacrificed. These guys have been, you know, lambs to the slaughter right here. The Stalker's now going to get inside. Their Blink has finished up, and I think that Manly is possibly going to be able to take this very, very soon here. 1 DT in the mix, of course, that's not really going to do too much. Of course, the Observers are going to be here shortly, and they're going to provide some the protection against the DT, but with some nice Blink micro there from Manly. He's going to be able to snipe down most of the units, most of the Probes. Where are the Observers? Are you serious? Observer's not here. He actually kept the Observers at home. Oh my god, Manly. Did he just, you know, did he just snuff up, like, a lot? I'm not, well, you know, given the worker count is 26 to 25 and Probe is actually in the lead, I kind of feel like Manly has sort of screwed that up a bit. He now has the Observer just, where is it? It's just about to catch up with the rest of the units, so that's going to be able to help out with the DTs, and that, you know, realistically speaking, that should be it. I don't think there's any way for Probe to save this now that the Observer has finally arrived. Better late than never, Mr. Observer. What have you been up to? He's been back at home looking at the Observer Weekly paper. But down goes the Probe, down go the last few units of Probe, I suppose we can say. And the Nexus is going to be next, and with no more DTs able to come and save the day, or perhaps even go for some kind of base trade, Manly is going to take this, and I think that mGG is going to go down in this battle 5-2, but we'll see. Looks like the Stalkers just trying to deal the last blows to those to the pylons there to stop any further warp-ins. A couple of Zealots are available though. They will try and do a little bit of damage. Of course, the Charge helping them out, and as you can see, fall back to the ramp, choke that attack force up, and that DT is not having a good day at all. This guy has just decided, you know what, I'm going to sit here and draw some rock carvings here, and that's not the best way to use that DT, but unfortunately there are no other options for mGG's Probe, and this is going to be it, the last of his own Probes fall. He's got 5 left, 4 left, 3, and that is going to be it for him. The Nexus will be next, and it is time for a GG, I would say. It does actually get inside the main base, but I mean, there are 2 Stalkers there, there is already an Observer protecting that, and I think that is pretty much it. So, Manly coming to save the day here for Team FaDe in the last 3 matches, and doing a really good job in each of them. We saw, of course, the counter to the mass slow link build, and then we of course saw the Immortal Sentry all in. But really well done there by Manly, just bringing in the last few victories for Team FaDe. So that will be a 5-2 victory for Team FaDe in this best of 9 clan war. Oops, where am I? There am I. There I am. So, bit unfortunate for mGG. A couple of, I feel like a couple of those games were perhaps, a little bit sacrificed unintentionally. But either way, really good stuff. Hope you all enjoyed the cast. Thank you all for joining me. VODs will be up tomorrow, sort of afternoonish, depending on when I could be bothered. I am casting a Heart of the Swarm Best of 7 PvP at 1 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow. It's going to be a bit of fun. Yeah, thank you all for joining, and yeah, we'll see you all next time.